Welcome to DeFAO. DeFAO is a new baby in the Kimathi, now about 2 years old. DeFAO stands for Dedan Kimathi Financial Aid Office, and it came into operation after the university realized that there were a number of students who were facing financial challenges, and the financial aid programs before were all scattered in several offices. And the university, through a Senate resolution, formed the office, which is now commonly known as DeFAO. Today is a common office. Financial aid office is domiciled under the Registrar AAA and R office, and we are located near the Directorate of Student Welfare, where we work closely with them because the discovery of the needy students sometimes come from the student welfare, and students seek for other services. The Directorate of Student Welfare could pick those who are facing financial challenges. All students of Kimathi are eligible to visit the office because we listen to their cases, and we are able to do due diligence, where we are able to identify those who are genuinely needy from those who are not genuinely needy. The office has become so popular of late. We deal with issues ranging from rent, those who have fee issues, those who have even meals, accommodation, and even upkeep. Within the university, we have the popular program we call Work Study Program, which is run on trimester basis. That means it's on offer every semester, and it's normally domiciled or run through the Directorate of Student Welfare, who places and manages. The role the DeFAO plays under the work study is due diligence. We are known as people who get into the heart of the people through a lot of due diligence. This due diligence involves checking on the ability of the students' financial ability to pay their fee, and we recommend those who we have established are needed to be considered for work study. We also sit in the committee that allocates work study, where we already have the list of those who have come in DeFAO. We have profiled, or we have what we call a profile of students we consider needed, and so anytime we get any help, we are able to fix them. Again, the office runs the university bursary. University bursary is a program that is run once in a year, but at times when we are not able to allocate everything at once, we can issue it twice. Like this is normally done between September, December semester, although last year we conducted it twice because there was some money that was not exhausted in the previous year. What happens in the university bursary? We advertise given the budgetary allocation, and all the needy students apply. Then when we receive their forms, we conduct due diligence, validation of the information provided, we check on our records, and we are able to really recommend to the committee that sits to award the bursary those we consider are genuine and are considered. Every year, the university gives over 1 million shillings to students under that program. Again, we also solicit for what we call here sponsored accommodation. We have around 10 students every semester or more who we look for free accommodation. There are those students we realize that probably they are able to meet their fees, but they are facing challenges in accommodation. We work with the private hostel providers around the university, and we plead for those free spaces. We have a few students who've been able to place in home setup. Home setup is where you are kind of adopted by a family. They host you, they feed you, and you attend your classes from that family. So we still have a few under that arrangement. Beside that, as a university, other internal programs is that we do a lot of financial literacy. We have realized in the course of our interactions with the students that some students get enough finances from their parents, from other sources, but they are not able to manage their money properly. So we offer a lot of financial literacy both to the students who visit the office, and we also attend the coffee hours and all other leadership trainings where we speak about the prudent money management methods. Besides those internal work study programs, we also work along with the other external providers. We enjoy good relationship with the Higher Education Loans Board, HELP, where we are able to recommend students for increments. We also are able to work with them to ensure that we have higher placements of our students. And I can say since we started this engagement, we have had very fruitful engagements with them, and we have almost over 400 students who are now getting the maximum support of 60,000, and some have also been praised at the HELP bursary. Besides that, we are working a lot with the CDFs and also the county bursaries. We are able to work with those offices to ensure that students from Dedan Kimathi get good placement. We have a group of students under the what we call the regional association and the clubs, and even the class reps, where we are able to post those notices. Once we receive them, we circulate them to students where we advise them of the various CDFs and the national government, the county bursaries and the national government bursaries. And I would say this year we had a breakthrough where, as a DeFAO, we are a part of the administrators of the 47 counties, and we are able to pick real-time information from those counties and we share them with the students. We are in touch with those counties where we lobby again for the maximum allocation of our students, and we are trying to preach the gospel here in the university so that as many students can apply for these bursaries, because again we know that you have to apply first for you to be considered. And that DeFAO, we are also working with trying to solicit for other sponsors. I would say since the office came into operation, we have had 3 agreements where we have students who are receiving support in form of fees. Like we have one we call IFAC. IFAC has around 10 students here in campus, where we agreed they would be paying full fees. They support their students with a laptop, and again they also give them a stipend of 20,000 per every semester. Is a cooperation agreement which came as a light to us, because this agreement is supposed to operate in perpetuity, meaning every time we have a KCSE placement, we will be getting a good number of students who are under that sponsorship. We also have another one called the Nobility, which pays full fee for students under the scholarship, but they pay them in form of a one-time, what we call an entirety, a one-stop payment. And from that check, they are able to draw their fees and also get their money for accommodation and food. We are working around the clock to look for more donors. We know with this economic situation, many are declining, but we are hopeful of better days as we move along.